It feels like every time when Real Madrid goes far in the Champions League, there are wrong decisions by referees in Real Madrid's favour. After the scandal in El Clasico, there was another such scene on Wednesday against Bayern. So today, we take a look at the biggest referee mistakes in the Champions League in favour of Real Madrid. So stay until the end, because there are a few. There's a reason why many fans think that the referees favours Real Madrid. Because if you look at only the last 10 years since their Champions League win in 2013-14, you can see there are quite a lot of mistakes. We will just show you some of the most important. For example, there was a decisive call in the quarter-final second leg between Atletico and Real Madrid. After the first leg ended 0-0, it was also standing 0-0 in the Bernabeu. In the 76th minute, Arda Turan, who was already on yellow, left his foot high and touched Sergio Ramos' toe. Ramos then rolled around in pain, even though the replay showed that Turan barely touched him. Second yellow, red, card. It was a hard decision. In such an important moment you could let it slide, but it was also dumb from Turan. And so Chicharito scored a few minutes later the 1-0 to send Real to the semis. Later there was the next mistake. Now, it's the second leg of the semi-finals in the 2014-15 season. Juventus won at home 2-1, but Real only needed one goal to advance due to the away goal rule. 23 minutes played, penalty for Real, which Ronaldo converted, but the penalty was given after a dive from James Rodriguez. The contact from Chiellini was there, but he fell too easily. Nevertheless, the ref directly showed on the penalty spot. Thanks to an equalizer from Morata, the old lady went through. In the 2016 final, Real Madrid faced Atletico Madrid. The game ended 1-1 in the regular time, and Real won later 5-3 in the penalty shootout. The problem here is, even though it was difficult to see, Sergio Ramos was standing in an offside position when he scored the 1-0 in the 15th minute. At the end, a crucial error, which was important for Real Madrid's title win. One of the most disgraceful matches happened a year later, Real against Bayern in the quarterfinal. Cards that were not given, offside goals and other mistakes. If you want to know more about it in detail, look at our video about the worst referee performances. That year, they reached again the final. Real was 3-1 up, also thanks to a brace from Ronaldo. Juve were trying to come back, but in the 83rd minute, Cuadrado saw the second yellow card because he slightly pushed Ramos, who again made a show about it. A not understandable decision. Real maybe would have won either way, but this ended it for Juventus. Real won 4-1 after a 90-minute goal from Asensio. In 2017-18, it was almost a knockout phase of wrong decisions. In the round of 16, Real met PSG. PSG deserved the penalty in this match, as a shot from Rabiot was blocked by Ramos' arm. Also, a run-through chance was denied through a false offside call. At the end, Real won 3-1. The 1-0 was scored through a Ronaldo penalty, but it wasn't even one. Toni Kroos received the ball in an offside position and went down really easily. It's maybe a foul, but after an offside position, it cannot count. Real advanced to the quarters, where they met Juventus again. The first leg, they won sovereign with 3-0, also thanks to Ronaldo's unbelievable bicycle kick. But there was one heavily discussed scene at the end of the game. After a few passes, Cuadrado stood alone in front of Navas, but was taken down by Carvajal. The ref just ignored it. Then came the second leg, and Juve somehow managed to do the remontada. An incredible game from Mandzukic with a brace, and a Matuidi goal equalized the series. Again 3-0, so it went to extra time. At least, that's what you would have thought, 8 minutes at a time. And in the last second of the game, Ronaldo brought the ball into the middle. Vázquez wanted to receive it, but fell after a contact from Benatia. There was a contact, but as Buffon said afterwards, it was not a clear penalty. As a referee, you cannot give it in such an important game in the last minute. Since this game, everyone know Michael Oliver as a fraud. Buffon got angry and saw red. Ronaldo against the sub Chesney, who of course had no chance. Real went through. Later Chiellini said, "Real, it's always the same. We weren't the first and we won't be the last." In the semi-finals they met Bayern and even won 2-1 in Munich. In the 45th minute, while the score was 1-1, Kimmich crossed the ball into the penalty area, but it was clearly blocked by Marcelo's arm. The ref saw it, but nothing was given. The game ended 2-2 and Real went through. Afterwards, Marcelo even said, "It hit me on the hand, and I think it's a penalty." You can also talk about the Champions League final 2018 against Liverpool, where Sergio Ramos fouled Salah and Karius. Two decisive moments as Salah had to be substituted and Karius made heavy mistakes due to a concussion. Ramos didn't even see a card. In 2019, they got demolished by Ajax in the round of 16. After the VAR came into football, things got better, but there were still some incidents. In 2021-22, second leg in the round of 16 against PSG, they were 1-0 behind after already losing the first leg 1-0. In the 60th minute, Benzema pressed Donnarumma and fouled him, causing him to play a bad pass, and PSG conceded the 1-1 equalizer. Due to the resulting euphoria, Real scored 2 more goals in the next 17 minutes and PSG were eliminated. And now, there's the newest referee discussion after the semi-final this week. Again, Real Bayern, like so often. The first leg ended 2-2 and Bayern led until the 88th minute. Then came the incredible comeback. Never doubt on Real Madrid. Joselu scored a brace in 3 minutes and Real would advance. Almost last attack from Bayern, a long ball into the penalty area. Mendy heads it forwards, but there is De Ligt who shots it into the bottom left corner. But the goal didn't count because the ref blew offside after Mendy's header. That's so false. In modern football, you let the play go on to see what could happen. With the VAR, you could correct it anyways. No need to blow that early, and it wasn't even an offside. It's really discussable. Not a good performance from the best referee trio in the world right now, as Marciniok's crew is called. Tuchel and De Ligt even said after the game that the refs apologized for their mistake. But Tuchel said, "It's not the time for apologies in such an important game, even though they will accept it out of politeness." What do you guys think? Which of these referee mistakes were really in favor of Real and which weren't even real mistakes? We made this video around Madrid because of recent events, but do you really think that the Spanish teams, also like Barcelona, are getting more often favored? Let it know in the comments. See you.